The capital of Great House Hlaalu, the city of Balmora, a city of 1,000 overhauls. And what's just one more to add to the pile? But today's mod of the day is just a bit different from your typical overhaul, because today's mod of the day is Balmora Waterworks by MwGek. And basically, what this mod does is it just overhauls one little part of the city, the Balmora Waterfront. This isn't a major, city-wide overhaul, but rather just an overhaul for the canal district, making it just a truly unique and scenic location to visit instead of the somewhat forgettable Odai waterfront that was here in the vanilla game. Like, in the vanilla game, the Odai River was just, sort of, kind of an obstacle. It was just right there in the middle of the city, kind of dividing it into two, but there wasn't actually anything in the canal except the bridges and, a death trap for NPCs who just accidentally wandered in. But now the canal district is actually just this really vibrant little district with, rowboats, skiffs, lights hanging above, overhead, market stalls, just these really neat, scenic covered walkways that run along the canal that link up to apartments, warehouses, and the sewers beneath the city. It is just an incredibly impressive and scenic, makeover for the canal district in Balmora. And not only that, but it also adds in a set of railings, along the bridges and canals here. So NPCs will no longer fall and drown to death in the river, which is, just kind of neat. But anyway, in addition to this just being just an incredibly impressive overhaul for the canal district, it's also compatible with Beautiful Cities of Morrowind. Though that is currently the only city overhaul that this is, I think, compatible with. Unfortunately, this does conflict with Balmora Docks District, which is just really, really unfortunate, because that mod also makes, a ton of changes to kind of the entrance of the Odai River into Balmora, adding a new cargo district that just would have blended in perfectly with Balmora Waterworks. But unfortunately, they do have some major landscape conflicts, so they really, really can't be played together. I hope someone makes a compatibility patch at some point, because I would love to see those two mods just combined. But, either way, just focusing on this mod, this does add just a ton of new interiors for you to explore and check out, including a number of apartments for NPCs in the vanilla game, in Balmora, who previously didn't actually have a place to live, as well as adding in some new NPCs, some warehouses, and, that sort of thing. I have to say that these are just some really nicely detailed and atmospheric looking interiors. Just really nicely decorated with just a ton of those OG data assets, and really each of these interiors is just incredibly scenic. But getting to the heart and really the meat of this mod, one of the main additions here is just a massive new set of sewer systems just right underneath the streets of Balmora, adding a massive complex of corridors, waterfalls, and dead ends just right underneath the city. And this actually uses an entirely new Hlaalu sewer-based tileset. So this sewer system actually matches the architecture of the city above, which I think that's actually pretty impressive, because before now, just really every Balmora mod that added a new sewers to Balmora used either the sewer system in the vanilla game, the one used in the Vivek Cantons, or the sewer system of Mournhold, and, either way, that seems like an odd fit for Balmora. Like, that really just does not match the architecture here. But this new tile set just matches perfectly with the vanilla game, and I love how it looks. You know, you've got those grates on the floor, the waterfalls coming in from the side, and manhole covers that just lead up to the streets above. It is a fabulous tile set that I really hope gets released as a modder's resource. If it hasn't already. But anyway, this sewer system can actually be used to just get around the city, because you'll find access points for just a variety of interiors, like the Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, the Maragton Guild Hall, and just a variety of shops, taverns, and various NPC homes. This could be used by a thief as just a stealthy way to get into, some interiors without anyone noticing. But in addition to this, if you're one of those weird adventurers that thinks a sewer system is just a great place to find some treasure, well, you're not entirely wrong. There is a bit of loot down here, not to mention some giant rats, and even a few caves that you can just, kind of stumble upon. There's really just a lot here, and, this mod actually blends in just pretty well with the vanilla game. And honestly, this is one mod I would very highly recommend checking out. But, that's our mod of the day, so, as always, I'm your host, Dark Elf Guy. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.